Oh, we're just fading in. No, Vishnu.
Vishnu don't welcome anymore. No, I gotta feel the same again.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Many times on this part alone.
Yeah. Welcome to what is considered the dick part.
Why the dick part?
Because I dick around.
Are we gonna run into Maru?
Mara?
Yeah.
No, that's No Queen Quest only.
Oh,
Wah, 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 wah,
his
wah.
name is inaccurate.
Yeah, no dick demon. I am not amused.
Yep, see, it's Vishnu right there, man.
Hello there.
Can I ask a question? I don't remember because it's been about a year since I've tested the PSP version. You know, it's right there on my desk. Are the load times like that? There's a picture of Vishnu.
No, no Vishnu. Just a spinning card.
Ah, you're right. I do remember that.
And that's why I played this game, because Vishnu.
Vishnu's more visually interesting than a spinning card.
Anyway, now
Game of
what
the year, 10 out of 10.
Now, what happened there is because we were supposed to go meet some kook in the library, and I kind of forgot about it. We got to go all the way up to the library. Seems like a stretch to find. No, just go up the stairs backwards. Repeat. And go to the right. Oh, yeah.
Could you, like, access a map of the school similar to how you could in a world map?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure. Because you never do that, but then again, you know where you're going, so... Oh, fuck that music again. Who the hell is this?
That would be Tsutomu. He's a very important character in Snow Queen Quest. Here, he's just some freak who hangs out in the library. One of those kids who really likes death metal and shit like that. He would probably be the kind of guy who would actually sacrifice a cow. Much to this...
That's so specific.
much to the disdain of other people who would be like, no.
So is his face naturally white, or is that makeup?
Makeup. With purple lipstick. Anyway, this here door is pretty much going to be one of our endgame goals. Basically, Kane tells us that there's a big mystery here involving our world and this world, and we have to figure out what the big mystery is behind this whole thing, and we got to stop them. He learned about it from a gentleman in a shrine, and Mark says that Philemon is a dirtball.
But Philemon's done nothing but just guide us a bit.
We're going to learn in Persona 2 that this isn't quite what we think it is.
Oh, okay, well, no spoilers, sir.
We don't find out. I'm not going to tell you in this game. You'll find out in Persona 2.
What's the first game in the Persona 2 duology?
Innocent Sin.
Innocent Sin.
I myself was able to play Eternal Punishment when I first came out on the PlayStation 1 just fine. Because half of Eternal Punishment is learning what Tatsuya did. Now, Nate had a question, which we forgot because of that moron. And Chris is losing his patience mighty quickly. I cannot blame him, because if I had to hear both of those two chuckleheads, I'd be clocking their heads together too.
One thing I'm going to need to do, though, is like when we get to the future Persona... Because the future Persona games reference these characters?
No.
Not really?
I'll explain. Events here transpire are not completely important to Persona 1 to understand the backstory.
Yeah.
But what happens here will be kind of... What happens here will be a small part in Innocent Sin.
Okay.
But not directly. In other words, you can play Innocent Sin and not play this, no problem.
Yeah, I was told that the games don't really connect.
Does two semi-connects with one.
But
they semi-connect, but you really don't need them.
But is it the only one that does that? Like, does Persona 3 connect with 2?
Barely.
Does Persona 4 connect with 3?
Yes.
So,
but again, barely. In other words, they tell you enough of the jargon in Persona 4 so that you miss nothing from Persona 3.
So, anybody can start with any Persona game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vishnu bid you a fun farewell.
Vishnu, why are you playing this? Go play Persona 2. That was a big fucking tree.
That it was. Anyway.
I see those initials. I think we're going to States.
Where?
We're going to Minnesota next.
What? Minnesota?
Because the Persona initials, like their classification.
Oh, yeah.
DM, MD, MO.
Maryland Demons.
Maryland Demons.
WD, the Wisconsin Demons.
California toilets. I don't know.
Who do we have here? It is our Freaky Formation. Those big guys in the back there are kobolds. And again, earth monsters.
Kobold.
Kobold. You want to know what they're called in Japan? Kobold.
Really?
See, they don't completely fuck up translation.
So wait, are these representatives of school or something like that?
No, these are just monsters you can find out about the town.
Yeah.
You'll see toilet monsters. You'll see other monsters as well.
So not only do we get a parallel school, but we also get a parallel world map.
We're in a parallel world that's sort of like ours back in time, with the exception of the police station being a flower garden and a few other changes we'll see on the east side of town.
Can we access the Snow Queen quest from here?
No.
No.
Once you're in the other world, there's no going back.
So we're going to be here for the remainder of the game.
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's I could scratch that as the equivalent of going to a different world in Final Fantasy V.
Yeah, but you'll see why later on. First stop, the Yin Yang.
The Yin Yang?
Yeah. Remember when you were bitching about how stores don't sell guns? Now they do.
So now,
Welcome to the Yin Yang armor store. Yin Yang weaponry. I wanted him to yell "Jive Turkey." I don't know why. Go for the full black experience. Anyway, the first gun...
Did they just...
What the fuck?
Yeah, sped it up. You take fucking forever here.
Oh, because I fucked up.
Explain what you're doing here.
I'm buying new handguns, all sorts of bullets. I sell all my old shit.
And I just took a lot of acid.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck just happened there?
It took forever there, dude. I was speeding it up.
Anyway, now with my trip to the store... Fuck you, asshole. I'll go back in. How do you like that? Because I forgot to buy one particular gun.
And that's not gonna take you nearly as long.
I was like, I walked out the store and went, fuck, need something.
I watched the footage. You know what? I gotta feel John's gonna speed this up and just to be a dick.
Yeah, it really did throw me in a fucking loop. Anyway, you basically want... The first two guns you see are handguns. The next ones are machine guns. The third ones are shotguns. The fourth two are assault rifles. Yeah.
The hell's a hydrojet?
They didn't really think too hard about the naming scheme here in America.
Well, I saw a gun earlier called Resolver.
Yeah.
Is that a mistranslation?
Mistranslation.
Resolver. Well, it does resolve things.
Yeah. Yeah. It could really shut up a lively party. Or if you guys have a really bad decision about where you want to eat out, there's your resolver. Think about it. You want to, one friend wants to eat at McDonald's, one friend wants to eat at Burger King, one friend wants to eat at Arby's. You whip out your resolver, fire a couple shots in the air, and go, "Hey, Wendy's!" And there you go, conflict resolved.
Oh.
Hey, welcome back to the Velvet Room.
Parallel World Velvet Room. Not that it means anything.
Nope. This room is in particular is in a state between the consciousness and the unconsciousness, much like where we found Philemon. So we're going to try to look at what we can get in here. I did a lot of talking to monsters. I first saw Sumi, and I realized that, you know, I kind of hate the Sumi I got in there. So what I'm going to do is delete the one I made up earlier for no reason.
I'm gonna cure these hiccups.
I delete that Sumi, and then come back into here to make it again. This time a much stronger Sumi.
With better ingredients.
Not so much better ingredients, better bullets.
Better. Well, you said yourself earlier.
Bullets increase the attack power of the persona in question, and I mean the offensive magic power of the persona, and I intend on using Sumi for quite a while.
I thought you were going into the whole. You were mentioning earlier parts how the quality of the ingredients also determine.
That's true here too. If I had gone with what I wanted to fuse early on, my persona would have had something like chill. Now I can risk having tremor or quake. One of the few restrictions is your persona can't learn a duplicate of the spell. Because I used the wrong order in this, my Sumi is not going to get Quake, he's just going to get Tremor. But since he already starts with Tremor, he learns nothing for Sparring too. But the rest of the bonuses from the stats still apply.
What's stronger, Quake or Tremor?
Quake.
Quake.
Tremor, Quake, and then... What did they call it in this version? Gishin. Gishin. Which is a nice way of saying Magnadyne.
Could have said Fissure.
They could have, but they didn't. I'm looking around here to see what else I can get, if there's anything worth getting. Viper sucks. Crosscut sucks. Cerberus is okay, but I use them later. And finding nothing I can actually make, we leave. Sumi is an excellent 5-star persona I recommend you make on every playthrough. Only the women can use it, though, because he's a sexist.
Wait, that's the persona desire to only be used by women?
There is a compatibility of persona. It's done much better in the PSP version. But basically, there are some persona that your characters can and cannot equip. For example, I'm going to use an example. I'm going to tell you right now what it's like. Your main character cannot use Hierophant. Heiyu cannot use Hierophant persona. Nate cannot use Emperor persona. It's sort of like an equal trade-off between two different characters of each of the game. For example, Ellen cannot use Magician persona. Elena cannot use Judgment. Mark cannot use Justice Persona. Brad cannot use Chariot. Mary cannot use Empress Persona. Yuki cannot use Priestess. Chris, being the antisocial cockhole, cannot use Persona from the other 8 Arcanum. In other words, any Persona that any of other guys can use, Chris cannot, with the one exception. And that is the Judgment Persona Satan, of course.
Lucifer's my only friend. Damn right, Chris. Tell him again.
Yeah, it's a level 79 Persona, though.
Level
so, 79, Satan. And to get him, you have to return the newest Persona at rank 8.
Are Persona levels parallel to your character levels?
Somewhat. When I say Persona levels, that means what level your Persona ability is to summon another level Persona. When a Persona has a level, like Hellcat, it's always going to be a level 16 Persona. It then gains ranks depending on how often, how more often you use it. And the more you use it, the more likely the spells become available. At rank 8, you return the Persona for excellent items and stuff like that, usually.
Actually, then I think about it. I was wondering why it was ringing a bell in my head earlier, but the whole process of the constant reuse of Personas to get its rank up remind me a lot of the spell system in Final Fantasy II. You ever play Final Fantasy II?
No.
Final Fantasy II, you increase the efficiency of spells by constantly using them. Well, this can be manipulated by constantly casting the spells on yourself and reviving your party members.
Yeah, you can just spam that in Persona 2 in a way, because the spell Dia, like the healing spells, you can use them as long as they've lost 1 HP, and that'll count as boosting up the rank of your Persona.
Yeah.
I pretty much take a trip throughout this subway system, though it serves no point. I'm just doing this to grind up for some money. So we're just going to take a first trip through the subway system right now to see where the hell...
Looking for spare change.
Yeah. Let's see who we fight here. Leeches. Spare change? These are our first snake-type monsters. Snake monsters are holy light monsters and armed with a different elemental attack. Like, these ones know dark magic. Irony! They're all weak to dark magic, particularly curse magic, more so than dead. But in general, they're weak to magic as a whole, so... whatever magic attack you have, just blast it with them and call it a night.
So their overall magical defenses are shit.
Yeah, but they have a lot of HP.
Oh, I see.
Unless you hit them with curse magic. Then...
Well, besides being weak to it, does curse have any secondary attributes or anything like that?
It constantly drains health.
So it's sap.
Right, but it drains like every turn. See?
Oh!
These things can also drop Iron Claws for Reiji, for Chris.
Is that good?
He's not going to find another battle weapon until I return Anko, or at least until the Haunted House. What else? I was talking about Sumi earlier. The Persona Sumi learns a light magic attack, a dark magic attack, a wind all magic attack, a fire all magic attack, both tier 2, a solitary earth magic, and a spin kick.
Sounds pretty versatile.
It is. But the best thing about it is that you can return them for Mark's Holy Axe, or as it's really known as, the Mandao Spoon. I prefer Holy Axe to Spoon.
I think I do too.
Anyway, that weapon that Mark gets from returning Sumi jumps his attack power from roughly 23 or 45, depending if you got the battle axe from the dribblers. Yeah, the invisible basketball ghost monsters. You carry battle axes. It goes. It goes from 23 or 45 attack power to 181. As in, Mark can't find another weapon until he returns Varuna later in the game.
Sorry, man, I'm kind of lost in the cleavage.
Yeah, those are Koth-Baluks, or in this game, babes. They like to spam magics like Curse More and Joy. They're also beast-type monsters, or wilder monsters, so you can't...
They look feral.
Yeah. Oh, don't find peace with the world, guys.
So wait, she inflicted joy on herself?
No, because it reflected off of my character.
Oh.
Hermit Persona reflect all status magic.
Huh.
Which is a godsend in the PSP version, because if they get used on you, you always succumb. At least it always seemed like that to me.
No change?
That means you can't change your persona. It's very specific. Candy voice. Charm.
Like, oh, damn it. That was a dumb move.
Well, it's not like the demons fully ever learn. Anyway, what was I talking about? The Koth-Baluks, if I were you, I would always try to shoot for a Koth Paluk or the Babe spell card whenever you can get the chance, especially if you're making Sun Persona. Because you could have the Sun Persona from that inherit the very powerful Curse More spell at rank 2. And you could exploit and you could kick a lot of ass with that spell.
What is, because I know you got into status attributes earlier. What's Joy and Charm do?
Joy makes you feel at such peace with the world that you might skip your turn.
Skip your turn, okay. Yeah.
Charm makes them attack their... Charm turns them against their own team.
Yeah. So Charm is this game's confused.
No, there's Panic, and then there's Charm.
Oh, okay.
Panic is basically they can do anything.
Charm
is they will attack themselves. They will attack their own party members.
She wasn't actually attacking her, just spider in her back.
Yeah. Nuke.
Ooh yeah.
280 at this stage in the game. Fuck yeah.
Formation specific though, I see.
Nope, it hits all.
It hits all? Why didn't it ignore the other two?
It missed.
Oh.
It's not really inaccurate either. That was just bad luck. Also managed to get Petri Nail on the main character, which is a 2-hit physical attack that can risk petrifying an enemy. Petrification is rarely resisted, so go for it. And I burned my hand on the stove.
Do these obviously the voices have changed the PSP version.
Much better.
You're dead.
But they get more. Did they get retranslated American voices, or they just leave the Japanese audio intact?
They leave the Japanese audio intact, and they and the script is much more faithful to the original.
But is it? The
script is translated in this game.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm just saying the script in the PSP version is more faithful. But is it still localized?
No.
Not really.
No. They have no problem throwing Japanese terms left, right, and side. Well, how do we put it? How am I gonna put it to you in a way?
Well, here's the important.
Let me put it to you like this. You know what a speech is, right?
A speech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it means to pontificate?
What?
Pontificate. Pontificate.
I haven't really used that word in a long time. So
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like, imagine, or here's what the American version would say: stupid people can be happy when ruled by smart people. The Japanese version: the minds of the stupid could only be truly happy when ruled by the smart. More words to say simple shit.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, sociology, so to speak.
The hell was that?
Yogg-Sothoth Jr., the child of the cosmic evils, or in this case in particular, Yoga Jr.
We just yeah. I saw Yoga, but we just ignore him.
Yeah, I just wanted to show him off and try to grind up some money. This means you can't progress past him, and you gotta do what Philemon said.
What did Philemon say?
Go find the holy mirror. Where's the holy mirror?
I'm sorry, insert a quarter here if you want me to continue speaking.
Of course you can't actually find that until you talk to Philemon. The big blue bird in the middle is a wyvern. Again, huge HP, no fucking magical defense, no real attacks. You can kill it easily.
Is that wyvern?
Yeah.
Okay.
W-Y-V-E-R-N. Here's looking at you!
Check out my pecs!
They're nice! The Dark Elves in the back like to cast like tier 2 magic idea like Garula and Quake, but that's about the worst that they get. Hey! Play nice!
We'll make out later.
I hope I don't have to. I need their spell card.
No.
They're actually part of a very unique spell card combo, like I've already told you multiple times, the Weirdo combination.
The weirdos.
Yeah, if you fuse them with a Weirdo and a Sun Seed in this game, it's technically called Duldorn's Ore. You manage to get the rare persona, Ildana, which really rocks.
Who is that?
Who's who?
The persona, the cloaked persona that we just
Makosh.
saw right now. Makosh.
Yeah, we talked about it back in the Sebek building. Well, I want to say talk about it, so I just made fun of it. Do remember sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, that I do like to actually level up each of the persona because I want to show off what you can get from some of them. And just like that, we blew out the bird and one of the holy warriors. Damn. By the way, you can fight when you fight their counterparts and they hit you. It actually sounds like a slap.
That guy.
Yeah.
Sort of slap.
I would pretty much react like that too if I had a giant icicle up the wazoo.
Here's what I want to know. Like, is there like any chance, like, if like you completely decimate enemy formation, there's only one guy left and he runs in panic?
That could happen. You have to inflict a terror status on him though.
So you have to set it up to be like that. I wonder if there's any RPG that actually does that. If you completely decimate the enemy formation, there's the only one left, and he runs away.
I'm sure our subscribers will tell us. Now, one thing I should tell you about weapons, by and large, you should always look for the higher attack power. Unless, of course, you're going for multiple hit. Multiple hit will usually trump single hit no matter what. For example, with the main character I got, yeah, I gave him a weapon that's normally like 17 points weaker than the rapier, but it's 2 hit. So it could add up. Not only that, if you give, usually since I arm him with Emperor Persona, the strength loss is no problem whatsoever to me.
So you're taking advantage of a situation.
Exactly. In fact, his ultimate weapon in the game is the Panic Dirk I get from returning Takemikazuchi. It only has 39 attack power, but it hits 4 times.
Oh, that's nice.
And combined with the highest attack power that the Emperors usually give him, he's gonna fucking do some damage.
What do we got here?
These are Ifrits.
Ifrits?
Their real name, they're not Ifrits in the Japanese version. These things are haunts, so these things are spirits or haunts, so they'll reflect your No, they're haunts. They're haunts. Spirit monsters are the ones that are weak to fire, but immune to your guns. Anyway, these monsters here, they're pretty much like to do either Power Nail or Crimson Sublation, or Red Fire in this game. That's all there is to say about them.
I figured, because these guys don't look like they have much going on for them.
They really don't. They look like fucking... They look kind of cute, actually, for monsters.
They're wearing a scarf, or is that a tattoo?
That's their main.
They got mane? Oh, they got chest hair.
Yeah. Whoa!
What's the deal with the Oh, it's terror.
Frozen.
Frozen. Okay.
Frozen just means they can't make a move.
For 1 turn.
Yeah.
Is this will Chris be with us for the?
Yes, he will. Rest assured, in this game, nobody ever leaves the party once you join them. Once they join you. So Chris, when you kick up a shitstorm, but ultimately he's like, yeah, okay, I'll kick back.
And you said the max we can have is 5.
Yeah.
So this is it. This is our final party.
Yes, sir. Usually I take Ellen, but this place I said, fuck it, let's go for Chris. Chris really is a good member in his own right. Now we're down to 1. What the fuck? It's just like a push forward to the action. You're up next.
No.
Right into an axe. Victory! 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 Yeah! No victory poses until Persona 2.
You know, now that you just said that, I realize there's no victory animation to this game.
Yeah, because these guys are like, alright, we fucking killed them, let's go.
Like, okay, now what? We keep moving forward.
Mark, dance crazy.
It just starts doing the flare.
The worm?
The worm and the flare.
What's the flare?
The flare is when you spin your legs on the floor when you're swinging your legs wildly while you're shifting your center of weight with your arms.
You mean when like Homer sits around along the floor going?
No, that's just being idiotic. Oh. I actually call it running a loop-de-loop.
Anyway, once again we're at these formations, so I'm either going to kill them or I'm going to talk to them. I think I'm going to kill them. Yeah,
I think we're going to kill them because at this point in editing, I forgot if you encountered the basketball creatures earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, we did earlier, remember? I told you that they drop battle axes.
I'm the one that edited it.
Like I said, the Hanya are holy light monsters.
Yeah.
So curse them. What do you try? I guess you could say the ghost tried to flash me.
Well, he kind of injured himself doing that.
Yeah, right.
He himself couldn't believe what his package looked like.
It's like Dick Dastardly stopping to cheat and then fucking failing in the process. See ya.
Well, it's an invisible basketball player. What you expect? These are enemies you ran into earlier though. So they're obviously weaker, so you're obviously going to plow through them pretty fast.
Yeah. Plus, he binding himself. He scared himself by roaring at me. I think I just roared louder.
Oh my god, is that what I sound like?
Hey, Johnny. You roared back at me, and my dude just roared like a fucking lion with the Hellcat persona. Ah! It's like the gazelle picked a fight with the lion. That's what you get, bitch. Looks like the town's undergoing a massive heat wave.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's with the aura?
Heat wave.
It's a heat wave?
Yeah.
Yeah, better get our bag of peas inside the freezer.
Well, there's a good thing Chris decided not to wear a shirt.
He's not wearing a shirt?
No.
How do you tell that's Sprite?
You can't tell. It's official artwork as well. No shirt. Huh. They call him the legendary six-pack leader or something. I decided to take a swing by the Velvet Room because I wanted to see what new
they have
things I
AC.
can make. Yeah, it does. The Collective Unconscious is a very refreshing place to be. Shit, if they had a bar that looked like this, I'd be there every fucking day.
Actually, I think the blue will kind of hurt my eyes after a while.
Now then, Mary can finally wield Sumi, so we're gonna grab that sumbitch and put her on Nate because I think I'm gonna outgrow Makosh sooner or later, and I return pawn. This is the Claim Solace in the Japanese version. Here it's the Iron Blade, which is a very powerful sword for Nate. Nate's best weapons are technically in the casino, but since I suck at gambling, I never really show it off. This weapon here is like 33 attack power. It hits about 2 or 4 times, which is really potent for the kid. He won't find another better weapon until much later in the game. So with that being said, let's get on out of here.
Whose weapon is in the casino?
Nate's ultimate weapon is technically in the casino. It's the Eye Sword and the Ice Sword.
Yeah, but you don't like getting it because
I suck at gambling.
But it's luck-based, though. You say you like doing that.
Well, here's the thing. I suck at gambling, and thank you for all that editing out. We get back to the shrine. This is the end of the part.
You made like 3 separate trips to the Velvet Room, that's why.
Yeah. I did nothing in them, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I edited it.
Anyway, what I was saying earlier is that regarding gambling, you can get a lot of powerful weapons there if you invest the time.
Yeah.
But you're going to find most of them later on. Not to mention this year, we're on another part, aren't we?
Yes, we're on another part, Matt.
See you next time, kiddies.
What, 30 seconds?